Hey everyone, welcome to Mythology Explained. In today's video, we're going to see if anyone ever managed to escape from Tartarus. Let's get into it. Tartarus was one of the first generation primordial deities, the 5 primeval gods to first emerge from chaos, the great void that existed before all else. These primordial deities were Gaia, the personification of the earth, Tartarus, the personification of the abyss beneath the earth, Eros, the personification of love and desire, Erebus, the personification of darkness, and Nyx, the personification of night. Tartarus was the vast cavernous plain that existed deep within the earth. It was said that an anvil took 9 days and 9 nights to plummet from the heavens to the earth, at which point it would take yet another 9 days and 9 nights to plunge through the earth to the pit of Tartarus. This way, creation, as conceptualized by the ancient Greeks, existed as a cosmic oval, the flat earth sandwiched between the dome of the heavens and the inverted dome of Tartarus. While Tartarus was characterized by the duality common to all primordial deities, existing as both place and person, he was barely anthropomorphized, almost exclusively existing as the deep dark that functioned as the antithesis of the celestial vault that made up the heavens. Aside from coupling with Gaia on one occasion and siring the monster Typhon, Tartarus really only featured in Greek mythology as prison, the ultimate prison. In the beginning, you could say, Tartarus was where unwanted children were imprisoned. Gaia took her son Uranus, the personification of the sky, as her consort. They produced many children together, the 3 hecatoncheires, a trio of cyclopes, and the 12 first-generation titans. Uranus wasn't repulsed by the Titans, so he let them be, but the same could not be said about the earlier iterations he sired. The hecatoncheires and the cyclopes, in the eyes of their father, were monstrous abominations, utter travesties of form, and so, unfortunately for them, they were imprisoned far beneath the earth in Tartarus. Following that, Tartarus became a sort of mechanism that enabled the sidestepping of immortals not being able to die. You see, while immortals were technically imperishable, their imperviousness to death didn't preclude them from subjection to circumstances that were tantamount to death, like being forever imprisoned in an alternative plane of existence. After the gods defeated the Titans in the Titanomachy, the Titans, who had finally been beaten into submission after 10 devastating years of all-out war, were wrangled, trussed up, and heaved into Tartarus. After that, Tartarus was reserved, with the exception of Typhon, who was imprisoned there in some versions, for sacrilegious mortals who had committed blasphemous acts that affronted the gods, insulting them, tricking them, attacking them, the whole gamut. With such an eclectic group of inmates, ranging from gods to monsters to giants to people, a question inevitably begins to percolate in the mind. Did anyone imprisoned in Tartarus ever manage to escape the perpetual torment they were condemned to? Did a god or monster ever manage to break out? Did a person ever manage to sneak out? The answer to this question really depends on what your definition of escape is. If by escape you mean contrived an escape relying solely on the resources available to them within Tartarus, then no one ever managed to escape. However, if you feel that outside help is fair game, then in total there were 6 prisoners who broke out. The hecatoncheires and the cyclopes, 3 of each, were rescued from Tartarus by Zeus and his siblings during the Titanomachy. Per Apollodorus' account, after nearly 10 years of war, neither side able to defeat the other, Gaia prophesied that the gods would win if they journeyed to Tartarus, slayed the dragon Campi, the monster who guarded the entrance to Tartarus at that time, and freed her other children, recruiting them to their side. Also, in some versions, there are instances of prisoners being released. Some information added by Plato details Cronus' eventual release by Zeus, who then makes his father, whom he supplanted, king of Elysium, which was, depending on the version, either a paradisiacal land located at the end of the earth reserved for heroes, or a utopian part of the underworld reserved for those who led virtuous lives of distinction. And that's it for this video. If you enjoy the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. As always, leave your video suggestions down below.